Bitcoin opens up the imagination and possibilities of a global digital currency. The blockchain technology that comes with Bitcoin has put our society in an incredible time. Huobi is actively involved in this wave of rising digital assets in 2013, helping to enlighten Chinese people in digital currency investment. Huobi has made a brilliant achievement in taking the highest market share and received the highest trading volume in China. At present, Huobi Group is opening a global integrated digital asset transaction services with a strong focus on customer service. Huobi Group has set up operations and service centers in Singapore, Hong Kong, Seoul, Tokyo, Beijing, and Shenzhen. With our new base in the beautiful Singapore, Huobi Group will bring quality educational and service experiences to millions of users of digital assets in 130 countries and regions.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Huobi Talk. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Nikita Sashlev, you can call me Nikki, and I am your host for Huobi Talk this afternoon. We are streaming live from the leading global financial center in Asia, Singapore, where Huobi.pro headquarters is based. Huobi Talk is the #1 talk that gives you insights into the world of blockchain, delivering to you global developments in blockchain, bringing you data-driven, quality-rich information with the stories behind the technology. Join us as we dive deep into conversations surrounding blockchain and the endless possibilities of the future of cryptocurrency. Today we're bringing you news on the latest trends and insights in cryptocurrency. As we're streaming live, we want to make this as interactive as possible. So as we move along, if you guys have any questions, feel free to share them in the comment section, and I'll be checking them out as we go along, and I'll pick a few to answer later. On this episode, we will be featuring 3 projects currently listed on HADAX. Acute Angle Cloud, a project aiming to build a decentralized cloud computing ecosystem. Hive project, which hopes to optimize financial cash flows for businesses. And finally, IP Chain, a blockchain product in the field of assetizing intellectual property. Stay tuned to hear it from the team themselves. And of course, we'll be hosting our signature Huobi Talk Airdrop giveaway in today's show. We're switching things up a bit, so instead of the Q&A giveaway, the airdrop prize pool will depend on the amount of views we get during the live stream. The more views we get, the bigger the prize pool. So as you can see over here in the poster, we have our new rules. So the more viewers we get, the larger the prize pool. But the most important thing is that everybody is a winner. Today we have a prize pool of up to 880,000 tokens up for grabs, and we can only make this possible together. Everyone just has to share the live stream at youtube.com/Huobi.pro with your family and friends for us to hit the top tier of 1,000 live viewers and above. The more the merrier, guys. Let's have a look at the numbers of viewers we have right now. We have about 400 viewers. Come on, guys, just 100 more to get the 500 viewer tier. Click the share button below on the right side to share this on your social media platforms. At the end of the show, I will update you guys on the viewer pool target that we have hit and how many airdrop tokens the winners will be getting. Actually, you are all winners today, so everybody will be getting tokens. At the end of our show, simply comment on the live chat with your Huobi UID at I love HADAX to qualify for the airdrop pool tier. Remember, you do not need to post the comment with your UID right now, only nearing the end of the show when I remind you to. The airdrop will happen after the project successfully gets listed onto HADAX for trading. If the project is not successfully listed, then there will be no airdrop. Good luck, everybody. Let's get those views up. Share them on your social media platforms. Tell your friends and families to join us live. All right, well, let's talk about HADAX. Since the announcement of Huobi Autonomous Digital Asset Exchange, HADAX, on February 3rd, we have seen hundreds of token projects supported by over thousands of viewers. As of February 26, 75 projects received over 102 million votes from over 121,000 real-world users, worth over 10 million USDT of Huobi tokens. Today, that price of Huobi tokens is going at 2.23 USDT. This is an impressive growth and reflects the interest and voting popularity in the entire community for Huobi's HADAX platform, the world's first autonomous token listing exchange. And just before we begin, I'd just like to let you guys know a small disclaimer that in total we have 75 tokens listed for voting on HADAX at the moment for phase 1. But however, because of the time constraints, we're not able to interview them all on the Huobi Talk Show. But just because the tokens are not part of the show does not mean that they are no good. We just haven't had the time to cover all of them. These tokens may still eventually get listed onto HADAX. That being said, we warmly welcome more token project parties to our Huobi Talk Show to share more about their projects and the blockchain technology utilized. Now let's go over the last few episodes. In the previous episode, yesterday, we had the honor to host ProChain, PRA, and BitClave, CAT, on our show where Roy Young, the project manager of ProChain, shared on how it aims to build a more transparent digital advertising ecosystem through big data and blockchain technology. Mr. Alex Besinov, CEO, and Mr. Hiro Naguchi, Operation Director of BitClave, also shared more on BitClave's mission to take the internet back through a decentralized search engine powered by blockchain. Together with the team, we announced airdrops of up to 80,000 PRA and 280,000 CAT tokens, which have been rolled over in this episode's prize pool. So don't worry if you missed out on our previous episodes of Huobi Talk. You can view it anytime accessing Huobi.pro's YouTube channel. Also, don't miss out on future episodes, so click subscribe on the bottom right of your screen to Huobi.pro's YouTube channel now so you'll never miss an episode again. You can also follow us on our Telegram group by searching Huobi.pro Official on Telegram, or check out the link below at the video description. All right, now it's time to move over to Acute Angle Cloud. I am very excited to introduce to you guys Acute Angle Cloud, and we're very excited to have you guys on the show, the founder and co-founder of Acute Angle Cloud, Victor Gao, and Charles Rigo here with us on the show today. Hi, Victor Lee rather, and Charles, welcome to our Singapore Huobi Talk Show, and thank you for joining us at the studio today for our next episode of Huobi Talk. Victor, Acute Angle Cloud's founder, has over 17 years of business management experience in the development of high-tech products, supply chain production, and brand marketing. And Charles Rigo over here, AAC's co-founder, speaks 6 languages and uses his unique global outlook and experience in the international sphere to create productive cross-cultural dialogues and develop cooperation with overseas markets. Currently, AAC is at the 2nd position for our HADAX voting with 9 million votes and 6,351 voters. That's really amazing, guys. That is 9 million votes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we have 9 million votes. That's a good amount, you guys. Okay, so let us now hear it straight from the AAC team, more on their project. Hi, Victor. Hi, Charles.
Hi.
I hope you guys are doing well today, and thank you so much for joining us on Huobi Talk. We are very pleased to have you here. Can you please tell me more about yourself, Victor?
大家好，我是锐角云的 Victor， 然后锐角云其实我们主要是有一个硬件，是我们的 Acute Angle 的 PC， 它就是一台正常的电脑，然后还预装了 Windows 10， 你办公娱乐还可以获取我们的 token， 就是我们的第2个部分。然后第3个部分是我们整个的这个链 Acute Angle Chain， 这个链可以把我们所有的，假如说全球我们在18年我们要布到10万台、100万台、1000万台节点的时候，组合在一起。 把硬盘的空间，空闲的宽带， 然后全部共享出来，就可以获取我们的 token。那我们在全球当节点布到100万、1000万的时候，我们会形成自己的一个分布式的云。那更多的细节，我让我们那个国际的运营总监Charles来给大家详细的讲解。
Hi everyone, my name is Charles Rego. I'm the International Operations Director. I'm going to help you guys translate what Victor just said. So we have our product, the Acute Angle PC, which works as a node in our Acute Angle cloud. We are now selling it. We've sold a few units already. We'll talk a bit about it later. It's a normal standard computer that you can use for entertainment or work, and the more product we put out, the larger the amount of nodes we have in the blockchain, and that means that we'll be able to create a truly distributed cloud that will benefit all the users. And so our AAC, the token that we have already online trading, is the exchange method for all of the services that will be in our Acute Angle chain, which is the interface for the whole project that we'll talk about in a minute as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for translating for Mr. Victor over here. First of all, I think it's very impressive that you speak Mandarin and you're able to understand and translate for us, so thank you for doing that. Second of all, we have just hit over 500 views, so we have hit the next
Good
tier.
job,
Congratulations guys. And great job, you guys. All right, so let's go over the rules again, so I can show you guys about this how to win the prize pool before we move on. Director, please. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll go over the prize pool in very soon. So, meanwhile, Charles, maybe you can introduce yourself as well. Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Victor. And Charles, what about yourself?
Certainly. I graduated from Columbia University in financial economics, and I went to China about 9 years ago. And I've been there just doing different kinds of projects. A lot of opportunities come up in the market. And I was looking for a project in blockchain that interested me, that really represented the spirit of the blockchain, and I think I found that with Acute Angle Cloud. So I joined the team, and we've been trying to push the product so that people get to know more about it. We were at CES in Vegas in January to unveil the product. We've already sold 30,000 units, so it's really exciting. It's going very well, and it's really good to be part of the team.
Well, that's amazing. I'd love to hear more about the units as we go on, and I'm sure the audience wants to know too what units you're talking about. Yeah. But before we move on, Charles, can you share with us more about AAC? Tell us more about what Acute Angle does.
Okay, so the project itself is divided into different sections. We have our desktop computer, the Acute Angle PC. We have the chain, that's the interface to the whole system, which is the Acute Angle chain. The Acute Angle Cloud, which will be the support system. And also the Acute Angle coin, which is the token that we use to change all the services that will be on the cloud and on the chain.
So let me get this straight. So you have the coin.
Yeah.
You have, sorry, let's start from the top.
Sure.
What is the first one?
So we have the device.
The PC,
yeah.
the device. And then you have
the chain, which works as the interface for you to connect the device with the cloud.
Okay, so you have the PC, you have the chain.
Yes.
And then you have the cloud?
Exactly.
And
then the token, which is the payment method to get all the services in the network.
Wow, okay. So it goes PC, cloud,
PC, chain, cloud.
PC, chain, cloud,
and then the token. Yeah, it's the ecosystem of the Acute Angle.
Wow, that's great. Okay. Well, I've seen your white paper and saw that AAC has a product, its own mining hardware. Can you elaborate on this?
Sure. So really what it does is our Acute Angle PC, which we've unveiled on CES, what it does is that the amount of coins that you can get from sharing all of your bandwidth, your CPU, and your storage available on the device will go through the bandwidth, through an algorithm, I'm sorry, and it will calculate the amount of tokens that you can get daily. So it is in the first year where the limited amount of tokens is being distributed by all of the users with a proof of stake. It is equivalent to mining, but it does not use the proof of work that, for example, Bitcoin does.
Right, so it is, you are kind of mining, like you call it a mining machine, but it's not proof of work, it's
Right.
proof of stake.
Yeah, it's because the amount of rewards you get is equiparable with one of a mining machine, but it's really a reward from all the resources that you're sharing.
Okay, I would love to hear about the kind of awards, like rewards you could get back from this mining machine. But before we move on, I would just like to let our audience know that it is time for Huobi Talk's special airdrop session. Share this live stream now to your friends and your families to get more airdrop tokens. We're already in the second tier, so we just need above 1,000 live viewers for you guys to win many more tokens. So check out the screen right now. All the information is on here. Today we have a prize pool of up to 880,000 tokens up for grabs. And we can only make this possible with you guys. So everyone just has to share this live stream, youtube.com/Huobi.pro/live with your friends and your families for us to hit the next tier of 1,000 live viewers. The more we get, the merrier. And once we have over 1,000 live viewers, we share 300,000 HVN tokens, 30,000 IPC, plus 200,000 AAC. Those were the ones from yesterday's tokens are included in there. It snowballed over to today. So that is, along with the tokens today, we get 80,000 PRA tokens and 200,000 CAT tokens. That is a lot of tokens to be won, guys, and this will be split amongst everybody. So today, everybody is a winner, and that makes up for yesterday's episode for the tokens that got snowballed onto today. So right now we are almost at 600 viewers, 400 more to get a total of 880,000 tokens. I mean, that's a big giveaway today.
Come on, guys.
Okay, so keep those viewers coming. This is really exciting. And if you have any comments, please put them in the comment box. I will be reading them as we go on, especially if you have any comments for our guest today. At the end of the show, I will update you guys on the viewer pool target that we have hit and how many airdrop tokens you'll be getting. At the end of our show, simply comment on the live chat with your Huobi UID and I love HADAX to qualify for the airdrop pool. Remember, you do not need to post a comment with your UID now, only when I say so at the end of the show. The airdrop will happen after the project successfully gets listed onto HADAX for trading, and if the project is not successfully listed, then there will be no airdrop. Good luck, everybody. Let's get the views up together. All right, well, let's now move on to speaking more about your token. So, Charles, tell us, what makes Acute Angle Cloud different than your competitors, and who are your competitors?
All right, first of all, I just wanted to correct a small mistake. I'm not a co-founder, I'm the International Operations Director.
Oh, okay, apologies for that.
That's okay, just to make sure everyone knows. So, I think really what is the most important about our product that other people out there maybe are not doing yet, or we don't know much about them yet, is that we have a whole ecosystem. Like I told you, we have an actual physical device, we have the chain that we are developing, and we have the token, and we have the cloud. So everything ties up together to bring the consumer the best product possible in like a whole ecosystem. We're not just doing one part and then relying on third parties to do the rest. We're creating that ecosystem to bring the maximum amount of value possible.
Mm-hmm. So basically, you guys will do everything, and most companies, they will get third parties to come in and join them. But everything. And how do you think that helps? How do you think that helps Acute Angle?
So, for example, I brought some slides just to guide us a bit in terms of what I was saying. If we can put them up, is it possible?
Sure. Yeah,
right,
let's
so
go on to the slide.
this is us at CES in January. That's our device, the acute angle PC.
This triangle thing.
Exactly.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's the device, and that's us at PepCom and at our booth at the Unveil. And we sold out of 20,000 units during the week. We did our pre-sale
So
in 19 minutes.
20,000 sold out in 19 minutes.
Yeah.
So how much does one of these cost?
So right now the recommended price is $699, but at the time we sold it at $599 for the specific event.
And it actually makes money as it goes. So you
Yeah.
maybe earn that money back from the mining.
So I
process.
think one of the biggest advantages is that it's a computer on its own. So if we could move on to the next slide. So it's a standard computer on its own. So you can use it for your daily life or for work, like as long as you're not playing games online or using Photoshop, you'll be able to use the device as a computer on its own. But it's also the network node. So once you're not on the device itself, you turn on the application that will connect it to the other nodes, to the other acute angle PCs in the network that will create the decentralized cloud, right? And then you'll share your available resources, specifically your bandwidth, your CPU, and your storage space. Here, the machine itself brings an 128 gigabyte SSD drive, but you can expand it if you want. And so the more you have to share, the more the algorithm will calculate in terms of rewards that you get, which are the acute angle coin.
I see. Let's move on to the next slide.
Yeah. So the chain that we are developing is the interface. So I think the best way to explain it is with an example, right? So imagine that you are a developer and everything is really easy for you to create the application or the website, but it kind of cuts the middleman out of the equation. So a very specific example would be for emergency services. Imagine that there's a blockchain that has specifically ambulances or emergency vehicles. If you need help, you'll be able to post, for example, your request online, and all of those people will be able to get it at the same time. You'll be able to get a response without having to go through a call center in a centralized form, which will, make it more efficient and faster. And what the chain does is simplify the whole process of creating those services for our users.
I see. So you guys use your own chain and not another blockchain.
Right, we're developing our own chain.
Okay, that's great. And can you tell us more about the next slide?
Yes, please. So then the cloud, right? We use IaaS and IPFS in order to create the decentralized cloud. So the information the data will be distributed throughout all the nodes, which are the acute angle PC, which makes it more reliable and safe, which is a problem with some centralized clouds because sometimes there's a lot of hacking happening, and the information is all gathered in one place. It's easy to get to, but once it's all partitioned, it makes it way more safe.
Okay, cool. So next slide.
Yeah, so the token, right? We're already on OKEX and KEX trading, and that's the acute angle coin.
Now, I remember you were telling me that you guys do not have an ICO, and you guys have already raised funds from private sources?
Right. So we have our cornerstone investors. So we are putting the token out there so that it can then be traded with our services. So once you want to buy, for example, if you had taken part of the flash sale that just happened before the Chinese New Year of 10,000 units, all sold out within an hour of the beginning of each sort of round, you could only use the AAC to pay for it. So the goal of this token, obviously with the services being out there and being used, it will gain value on its own, but the goal of this token is to pay for the services that we provide. So it's the ecosystem's payment method. It's not to just have like a appreciation side of it.
Right. So apart from your ecosystem, from the ecosystem being your competitive advantage, as we can see over here, what else would you say do you have to your advantage?
Well, the cloud itself is completely decentralized. So when the user buys the device, they get a computer, right, at a good value, and that computer will give them the reward, so it will pay back for itself. And so what will happen is that the rewards you get is about 30 coins a day. If you had 20,000 devices, logged in like 24/7, just sharing the resources. And so what they would do is you get 30 coins a day, which will give you an ROI of about 3 months to half a year at the moment.
Oh, wow.
So the computer pays for itself, and then it's a node in the whole system. And then you're using it to create like a cloud that is completely distributed all over the world. So you also get an advantage from using that cloud.
Wow, that sounds really. It sounds like you get really involved with Acute Angle Cloud,
Yeah,
and you're not just a holder of the tokens.
Yes, definitely.
Cool. Well, should we move on to the next slide?
Yeah. So the roadmap that we have. So we've done the pre-sale not so long ago, like I told you. The AAC wallet is being released now at the end of this month, beginning of the next, and then over the remaining of the year, we'll be producing more units and selling them not only online but also in our physical stores. The first one is opening in Hong Kong very soon. We'll have more in South Korea and in the US soon as well, and then we will be testing the Acute Angle Cloud versions, because we need to have the nodes out there in order to create the structure to then apply the chain onto and the cloud as well.
That's great. So your pre-sale is currently still going on?
No. So we had a pre-sale during the CES event, which was in January, and we had a flash sale because a lot of people missed it, the first one. So we had 10,000 more units done in order to do the flash sale. And now everything will be shipping at the end of March, beginning of April. And after that, we'll probably have more news of when it will go online for more purchase.
Great. So do you have more slides to show us?
No, that would be it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for showing us that information. Now, just another question.
Yeah.
What makes you different from clouds like Alibaba and Amazon?
Yeah, so it's basically what I was describing in the beginning. They are centralized clouds. So with every centralized cloud, all the data is gathered in one single place. And some people can see it as an advantage, some as a disadvantage. So what we do is we give the other option. We give the option to have your data spread out all over the world in different nodes, making it way safer. So if you have more, information that is more sensible that you want to protect, and we've seen, on social media, all of the hacks that have been happening on different centralized clouds. So if you can have all of your information spread out over a network, that makes it way safer.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
It might not work for everyone, but it's an advantage that many people might want to take advantage of.
Yeah, it's incredible how much blockchain technology is helping all industries.
Exactly.
Now every industry finds a way to use blockchain technology for the better.
Yeah.
We've interviewed so many different types of different ICOs from different industries this week, and here we have another reason why blockchain technology is helping.
I've been following you guys online. It's amazing how everyone is taking really the shared economy, the sharing philosophy, and applying it to different industries, and just making everything way more transparent, and out there for everyone to be able to see and grab.
Exactly. So what about your team? What does your team have to succeed in this industry? Well,
we have a lot of great people. So at the moment, we are opening branches of the company in South Korea, in Japan, in the US. In fact, our Seattle R&D Cloud Development Center is opening soon. And we're also in Singapore creating our branches. We'll have physical stores as well in these countries. So our team, I think the biggest value is a lot of people that have been in the industry, not only in creating technological products, but also in this shared economy field, just that it's really just now blooming, but they've been following it closely for a while, and they can really help us push forward and get people to know our product and really see the value of it.
Wow, that's really great. I mean, also your team seems so diverse, different backgrounds, different countries,
yeah.
and multilingual. I mean, I'm sure that helps as well, having people from different backgrounds coming in and putting their input and creating a company like this.
Definitely. I feel like the whole point of creating this project is to creating value to all of the users. So if our backgrounds in our team, in our advisors, is not diverse, then we won't be able to do that. We'll just basically be focusing on one market. In fact, All of the sales of the product we've done were not done for the mainland China. It was all outside of China. So our user base right now is all international as well, which is amazing. Everyone is like really pushing us and like helping us with putting the product out there and seeing its value.
Great, thank you so much. Well, now it's time for Huobi Talk's special airdrop session. Share this live stream now with your friends and family to get more airdrop tokens together. Check out the rules on this poster. So as you can see, today everybody is a winner, and the more viewers we get, the more tokens we will spread. And looks like right now we're up to 700 people, so just 300 more people to go to get to 1,000 or above views. And once we have 1,000 views, we will be sharing 370,000 HVN token, 30,000 IPC, 200,000 AAC, 80,000 PRA, and 200,000 CAT tokens, up to 880,000 tokens. Wow, that is a mouthful. Everybody just has to share this live stream, this YouTube live stream, with your friends and family on your social media. And let's hope to get 1,000 viewers on the show today. The more the merrier, guys.
Almost there.
So yeah, we're almost there. The numbers are looking great and the comments are coming. And if you yourself have any questions that you want to answer for our audience, feel free to pick a comment out and
guys, do you have any questions you'd like to ask? We're looking at the screen.
Yes, please, guys, if you have any questions, please put them on the comment box. And at the end of the show, I will update you guys on the viewer pool target as well. So also please comment on your live chat with your Huobi UID I love HADAX to qualify for the airdrop pool tier. Remember, you do not need to post a comment with your UID now, only nearing to the end of the show. The airdrop will happen after the project successfully gets listed onto HADAX for trading, and if the project is not successfully listed, then there will be no airdrop. All right, so do you see any questions?
I saw one, but it ran away.
Oh, it ran away.
Can someone choose a question for us, maybe, because the comments are going really fast?
Yeah, the comments are just.
Any questions?
I saw one, but it ran away.
Okay, well, let's see.
Can someone choose a question for us, maybe, because the comments are going really fast?
Yeah, the comments are just. Okay, so let's see what we have over here.
Well, wait, I don't know that one. I don't know what that sea coin.
Too fast. It's going too fast. We can't keep up with the audience. Your comments are just coming in and in a second they're gone. So I mean that's a good thing, but we're trying to be able to read the question on time. So this is a good problem, as I say.
It is, yes, definitely.
Okay, well, anyways, we've come to the end for the questions for AAC. So, Charles, if you see any comments you want to answer, please feel free to answer to our audience separately. Otherwise, we can try to pick out a few questions as we go on.
Well, everyone, you guys can go on our Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, and you can just post the questions, then we'll surely answer everyone.
Otherwise, we can... Okay, let's see what we have over here. The biggest competitor... Okay, I think I can pause this a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us something, the expansion of AAC and their... currently, okay, so tell us your plans for expansion.
Definitely. So we are working on other devices, other desktop computers that are way more powerful for people that enjoy gaming online and they use a lot of more processing power, as well as laptops. And all of them will have the features that we've talked about with the blockchain connection and the cloud connection as well. So that's what's coming down the line. You guys will get more information on that on the website.
So Wong asked, if only AAC sells a machine, does it make it centralized?
Well, I don't understand the question. I'm going to answer what I understand of it. We sell the machine because it's produced by us, but what is distributed and decentralized is the cloud, because the cloud is formed by all the nodes, which are all the acute angle PCs that will be sold out to all of the users, and each computer is a node and is a part of the cloud. So wherever the PC is, a part of the cloud is there as well.
Great. Well, I think that's all the time we have for
Thank
any
you,
more
Nikki.
questions.
Thank you so much
And
for
if
having
anybody
us.
has any more questions for Charles, please feel free to visit their website, to email them. All your contact information is there. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the
Thank you,
show
Nikki.
today,
Thank you
and
for
I wish
having
you
us.
all the best
Thank
with
you.
your HADAX voting and listing.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so moving on. As we want to keep this as interactive as possible, please continue to post any questions or feedback you have on Huobi Talk today. I'll be checking them out as we go along and pick a few. I'm loving all these comments coming up really fast. We'll try our best to pick a few questions out of there. So now we're going to move on to the Hive project, but before we do so, I just want to remind you guys that we are giving away 880,000 tokens if we can just get 200 more viewers. We are so close to spreading 880,000 tokens today, and today is different than the other days because everybody is a winner. It just depends. The more viewers we get, the more coins you will win. So right now we're in the second tier where 450 tokens will be distributed to everybody once they enter their UID in the correct format when I say so. And 200 more viewers until we share 880,000 tokens. This will be a huge airdrop, you guys. Well, I'd like to move on now to introducing Hive Project. This is our second project featured today. We are pleased to have Domin, Chief Marketing Officer, and Mr. Dehan, Co-founder and Chief Technology Officer of Hive Project at Huobi Talk. Here, Domin and Dehan will share with us more information on Hive Project and how it helps provide SMEs around the world with fast and low-cost liquidity. Director, please kindly connect us to Domin and Dehan now. Okay. Okay, good afternoon, Domin and Dehan. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Perfect, and I can hear you perfectly. Thank you so much for joining us at this Huobi Talk Show today. I hope you guys are having a lovely afternoon. Please introduce yourselves and tell us what sparked your interest in the blockchain industry.
Yep, so I'm Dejan Jovanovic. I'm co-founder and CTO of Hive Project. What triggered me is really blockchain technology is evolution of what we were really working on for the last 25 years. I was a pioneer in internet technology and the distributed systems. So this just brought us to the new level of actually using the internet in totally decentralized way with the encryption as a core of it.
And my name is Domen. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here at Hive Project. Previous to that, I was working as an advisor to another ICO that was at that time the largest in Europe. And prior to that, I was working in marketing and PR in some of the largest corporations here in Slovenia and internationally.
Wow, so you guys have been in blockchain technology for quite a while now. Can you tell us in which year did you get involved into blockchain? Seems like you were one of the early pioneers.
So from the interest is for me 5 years now, but hands-on really started 2 years ago with the Ethereum and smart contract as a concept, right?
Great. So can one of you describe more about the Hive project to us? What problems is Hive project trying to solve?
So I will just recommend now to open the slides that we have provided so that we can go through that.
Sure. Okay, so I'm looking at, let's go to the first page of Hive project. Let's go next.
So imagine you see a problem here. Imagine you're a small or medium-sized business working for a corporation and you do your job but then you have to wait for 60, 70, 80, or sometimes even more than 100 days for your invoice to get paid. As you can see, on average, SMEs are waiting 72 days for payment. And for more than a half of SMEs, cash flow problems are the biggest obstacle for their growth. So we've started to working on a solution that would have a blockchain technology implemented in it in the, I think it was in the beginning of 2016. And we've been working, the co-founders that have a lot of international and financial professional behind it, was working for more than a year on an idea, and then we ran an ICO that got us for more than 2,087 bitcoins from 2,200 contributors.
I'm sorry, how many bitcoins?
2,087 bitcoins.
Wow, that's a good amount raised.
Yeah.
So please, next slide.
So what does this solution say?
So the solution is we came up with the first blockchain-based invoice financing platform. Here we have to explain that invoice financing is not something new. The corporations, the large corporations and multinational companies have been using it for decades. But what is revolutionary here at Hive Project is that we are opening these financial options to small businesses. So in a way, we are bringing invoice financing to the masses.
Great, and I see over here you were Best ICO of 2017 at Coin Agenda Global.
Yeah, we went there.
On that.
Thank you very much. It got us quite a lot of visibility in the crypto communities all over the world. We went there last July, and international team of experts gave us this honor of being named the best ICO of 2017.
Great. Well, let's move on to the next slide. So auditor, risk manager, and liquidity broker all on the same platform.
Yeah, so what the platform really does with the blockchain technology is really allows and enables the triple entry accounting, so ensuring that the invoices that are published are unique, there are no duplicates, there is no double sales. Plus, on top of that is provide the more liquidity to the small companies because, as Domen has already explained, it allows them to sell them rather than waiting to be paid. And all of that really ensuring and securing for investors through our proprietary risk management algorithm that when they buy the invoices, that they're buying invoices from the company that have a good behavior, if you wish, from a financial perspective.
Right. So back to
so how it, yeah. So next slide is how that really works. So we are partnering with the ERP and e-invoicing platforms to actually provide the transparent and seamless way of uploading the financial and invoice data into our platform, where our proprietary risk scoring algorithm that is based on a traditional plus artificial intelligence predictive behavioral algorithm risks the situation and then offers that to investors, and ensuring that once investor is buying it, that the funds ends to the company. So the update of the invoice, the ownership is not changed until the funds are not on the company side.
So just a question, if I'm a small business owner, how long does it take for me to get a credit score?
If you are working with banks, it takes a pile of papers that you need to fill, and there are probably a few days to finish that, talking about probably around a week, plus the cost of their whole administration, where in our case, as we monitoring, calculating the risk scores on a constant basis, it's there for you already. And we know, and we're tracking the behavior of all the companies in the network.
That's great. So, which in the future then makes it so much easier to get liquidity in my, through rather than the usual way.
Exactly.
Great. So let's go back to the slides. So I see over here your success story.
Yeah. So after our win of the best ICO, and we closed the ICO. We had released after 2 months, we had released our beta version that was on GitHub. And then that was not enough. We then actually pushed one more step where we actually delivered the platform that our investors can register, and actually anyone can register and play with the functionality and sharing the vision, where is our platform going, and user experience that we were looking. So the experience that needs to be seamless for anyone who is using it. So that was released late last year, and now the team is working on the first release that is planned for Q2 this year.
And apart from the technology development, we are constantly working also on business development, bringing SMEs and investors to the platform. And we already have several ERP deals signed and sealed with letters of intent for countries like Germany, Russia, Turkey, and Latin America. So we already have quite a lot of SMEs and investors lined up for when the platform will be launched in Q2 of 2018.
That's great. I mean, it looks like you guys have really moved along. And I think I remember you guys telling me earlier that you already have had, is this the correct number, 1,000 invoices done?
Yeah, through our demo platform, we enabled the creation of the invoices and selling them, but it's selling them really not with the real funds, but just for demonstration purposes.
Wow, that's a great move though, and that really shows progress. And I'm sure by, you said Q1 of this
Q2
year?
this year.
Sorry, Q2 of this year, you guys will be moving forward at the same fast pace that you've been going at. Well,
exactly.
Thank you for that those informative slides. I'd really quickly like to share with our audience now that we are up to 920 viewers, and we just have 80 more to go for the airdrop of 880,000 tokens. So proud of our audience today. Keep spreading this out to your friends and family, and invite them to our Huobi live talk show. Check out this poster for our rules. Today we have a prize pool of 880,000 tokens, as I just mentioned, and we can only make this possible with you guys. Everybody just has to share the live stream, youtube.com/Huobi.pro/live with their friends and family for us to hit the top tier of 1,000 views and above. The more the merrier, guys. Keep those, oh wow, okay, the numbers have just spiked up again. Only 50 more viewers to go until we hit 1K. Keep it up, guys. This is very impressive. Very impressed with our audience today. At the end of the show, I will update you guys on the viewer pool target that we have hit and how many airdrop tokens you'll be getting. And let's keep fingers crossed for 880,000 tokens. Simply comment on the live chat with your Huobi UID at I Love HADAX to qualify for the airdrop pool tier we've hit. But remember, please put the comments as the show is ending and not right now. So I will remind you guys again when to put those comments. The airdrop will happen after the project successfully gets listed onto HADAX for trading, and if the project is not successfully listed, then there will be no airdrop. All right, wow, okay, those numbers are spiking up. We are 30 viewers away from 1K. Come on, guys, invite your friends, invite your families. This is so exciting. So back to Hive Project. Domen, so what are the competitive advantages for Hive Project?
Well, first of all, our risk scoring algorithms that Diane's team is working on is most certainly our #1 advantage. And the second thing is our liquidity pool that our CFO, Mr. Yildirim, has been working for the last couple of months. So apart from 2,087 bitcoins that we raised during our ICO, we already have also quite a lot of funds in our fund for the time when we start the platform. So those are the main two advantages that we have and that will start our platform in Q2.
What about your team? Do you think your team brings anything special? Your background, your, you were just saying you've been in blockchain and involved with cryptos for so long. Do you think that helps when it comes to another blockchain company?
Definitely, the team, all the senior managers have experience in building the different type of financial products and software products, and also from a business perspective. So we bring the knowledge from all the sides. You still have the technology sides where we have been involved in the different fintech products, and also from a business side. So I think with that combination, we have a really kind of what to offer.
That's great, for sure. I mean, you guys have vast experience in finance, and then you have a good knowledge about blockchain technology, and you bring the two together to make your own financial related blockchain company. I think that's great, and that really helps when forming your own company. Well, Domen, you shared a little bit about Hive Project's roadmap on your slides. Can you tell us more about your development plans?
So I'm going to take that further. So our first step is releasing the 1.0, which is coming at the end of Q2. Then we're going to be adding the artificial intelligence to our risk scoring algorithm. We're going to be working also on expanding what we started, which is a more coverage on ERP and more integration points, but also bringing the mobile experience to investors especially, so that investors can have access to the platform anytime, any place. And then there's a bunch of other features that we are planning as we go, different type of sales mechanisms, so that the company can choose whatever what they feel more comfortable with.
Great. Looks like you guys have a solid road plan ahead of you. Dejan and Domen, I'd like to take this moment to let you guys know that you currently have over 1,000 viewers watching you right now. So congratulations to all our viewers who have hit the top tier. And if you have any questions to ask Hive Project, please put them on the comments section, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. I'm looking at the comments flying through the screens right now. So if I manage to pick one out of here, I'll be happy to ask our guest today. Moving along, Domen and Dejan, please also feel free to comment on the live chat if you see any questions that you want to answer from our audience. Moving forward, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Domen and Dan, do you have anything else to share about Hive Project?
Come join our community, ask us anything on any of our channels, and we will be happy to reply and answer all your questions.
Yeah, so we do have one comment. I just saw a brief glimpse of a comment come up right now. How do I get involved in Hive Project?
Well, once the platform will be out in Q2 of 2018, as we said before, it will be really easy. You will just go to our platform and choose whether you want to involve as an SME or in an investor. And for all the investors, the platform could be used also with cryptocurrencies. So we're opening invoice financing for the masses, also from these communities. But right now, everybody can involve on our Telegram, via all our other social channels. They can come to our website and take a real good look at our project And as I said, we are happy to talk to each individual, each one of our amazing community.
Great. Well, I see those comments flooding in, and they are wishing you all the success, as we are too. And from our viewers, we see Hive project to the moon. So good luck with your project. Domen and Dehan, thank you for sharing with us today on Huobi Talk Show. We wish you all the best with your first phase of HADAX voting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, well, moving forward, I would like to introduce you guys to IP Chain. But before we do so, I want to congratulate all our viewers for hitting over 1,000 viewers today. We are very impressed by our audience interaction. I see tons of comments coming in, and I'd like to take this short moment to answer any questions that our audience has to ask us. I'd love to see comments on what you guys think about the previous two projects that we just mentioned. What do you think of Acute Angle Cloud? What do you think of Hive project? And I'll be happy to read out one of the comments as we go along. Let's see, I'm seeing a lot of comments coming in saying, I love HADAX, I love HADAX. I'm so glad that we have so much viewer support. And let's see over here. We have a comment from, let's see, overwhelming comments and I can't keep up. Okay. We do have comments and questions from a lot of people right now. Okay, so how do I feel about HADAX? That's a good question. I think HADAX is a great platform because in this blockchain industry, when you're promoting other projects related to blockchain, why not put it on a platform that uses a decentralized system as well? And that's exactly what HADAX does. It gives the opportunity for users to vote for coins that they believe should receive funding, which in turn gives projects a fair chance to be seen. And I think that this is also what blockchain is about, is just giving people a fair chance, decentralizing systems. So I love HADAX too, as all you users are commenting right now. Very happy for all the support. Okay, so I see some comments about our website. It says, how many coins will get listed after voting ends? From Jason Francis. Thank you, Jason, for the question. So currently we have 75 projects on HADAX, but just because they are not just because we are not talking about them, it does not mean that they are no good. So you can check out all those projects on hadax.com and read about their companies through the website and white paper. The links are all on HADAX. All right, well, now it's time to introduce our third project feature today. IP Chain. We have Veser Zoltan, Overseas Director of IP Chain, with us at Huobi Talk today. Hello, good afternoon, Veser. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, it's very good. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you and hear you perfectly.
Oh, very good. Thank you very much. Actually, you pronounce my name very well.
I'm glad to know that.
But I also have to mention that it's actually early morning here, but everything else is perfect.
Okay, well, thank you for staying awake for us and all our viewers. We have over 1,000 viewers watching you right now. I'm very pleased to say that.
That's amazing.
So thank you for joining us, and thank you for our audience for watching. Please introduce yourself, Mr. Veser. I'll just call you Mr. Zoltan with your last name.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Great.
Actually, most of the people call me Zoli. It's a kind of nickname. Okay. So you can also use it. It's more convenient.
That makes it a lot easier.
So my name is Veser Zoltan. Yeah, my name is Veser Zoltan, and I'm the Overseas Director for IP Chain. I worked in cross-border, cross-culture blockchain development before. And one of the show I heard you said you speak a little Mandarin. You mentioned ETNTN. Actually, I lived in China for 14 years, and I just recently moved back to Europe, and I'm representing the company here now. Sadly, I have to say, I have to apologize a little bit. I have a little cough. I try to limit it as much as possible, but it might affect a little bit the today's show. I'm sorry for it.
But wow, China 14 years. So you speak a little more than ETNTN.
To ETNTN.
Great, great. Well, tell us what sparked your interest in the blockchain industry?
Well, on my side, on my personal side, I've heard about Bitcoin around 2013, and that's where I started to follow a little bit. I didn't really get involved in the buying, selling, or the trading, but I started to follow the news, and about 2 years ago was the time when I had a little free time, and I started to dig deeper into what is Bitcoin, what is blockchain about. And, it's just like in Alice Wonderland, it's a rabbit hole. You start to dig deeper, and it takes you deeper and deeper, and after you just realize you just can't get out of it. And it's an amazing, amazing world. It totally sucked me in, and it's really beautiful journey in my life.
That's great. I feel the same. Every day I'm learning something new about blockchain and how it's being utilized. So tell us, how is IP Chain utilizing blockchain?
Yes, so IP Chain is actually a short version of intellectual property and blockchain together. So what we are doing is we try to use it for intellectual property, and the whole platform is built for it. And let me give a very simple example. Like, I don't know, Nikki, how are you with singing, but probably you are very good. You have a very beautiful voice. You can be a very good singer, I guess. So imagine you make a song, and you don't, after you have the song, you basically, in this world we have now, it's people copy things very fast. So what's happening with IP Chain is we are able to identify, to save your information, to give you a platform where you can exchange, you can transfer your products, and in this way we give you a totally new way how we are looking at intellectual property. And we are talking about a huge, huge market. It's a multi-trillion market we are talking about right now. So this is how we plan to use blockchain, because use all the positive things that blockchain has, that it's distributed, decentralized, and that's how we combine it. But later on, a little later, I will have a slideshow prepared for you today, and there we can get more into details.
That's really interesting. I mean, I'm a terrible singer, but I know there are some other assets that I have that that I think are intellectual property. If I ever come up with an idea and I have a patent, IP Chain could help me with that. Correct?
Exactly. This is exactly what we are doing on our platform. And if we are here, let me also mention that our platform is already out. So we are already a very developed project. We are not looking for investors right now. We are already out on January 28th. Our mainnet is out.
Oh, so if you're not looking for investors, can you tell us, how did you get investments?
Of course. Last year, June, we had an ICO. At that time, we finished all the offering in 4 days, basically less than 4 days.
Wow.
But because our project started in China and in September, the rules changed, so we had to give back all these funds to the investors, but the project was still going on, and we finished all the development, and this year, January 28th, is a beautiful day for us.
I'm really glad to know. So can you share with us more about IP Chain? I'm curious can you go in depth a bit more about, like, what other problems are you trying to solve? What is your mission?
Yes, definitely. Just in short, before we go to the slideshow, let me say that what we really want to solve is a kind of proof of ownership. Like, we live in the world of Control-C, Control-V. You can copy-paste things really, really fast, and the original the owners lose all the control over their own property. And this is where we really try to change how the things goes, like how to saving this evidence, the confirmation, transformation, value creation, protection of intellectual property rights, and that's what we are trying to do. Also in this world now, the individuals is really controlled by large organizations. So this is where we think blockchain can be a game changer for everyone, because we are able to use these blockchain advantages and balance out the present situation. And this is the time, I think, if it's possible, can we come up with the first slide that we have for today?
Yes, great. Thank you for preparing these slides for us. So please explain to us huge loss from piracy and infringement.
Yes, just a second. You are on the second page right now. Yes, that's where we are. Okay, so here we are. You can see that this is just a few data that you can see that happened in China in 2016. Like on the video, in 2016, Sohu, which is a huge company in China, as we all know, and they had $4 billion loss just because of piracy, how they copy things. The audio, the music industry, 60%, as you can see, is in a pirated by individuals. And also the network content, there are huge losses. And these are just a few examples that we can say that's happening. We also including IP chain, also including all the IPs. So it includes intellectual properties, it includes scripts, books, everything you can think of and that can belong to the IP chain. That's what we are aiming for, and this is our market.
Wow, I mean, that's great. That's so helpful for people, you know, in any industry, but especially, you know, myself coming from a media background, there's so much intellectual property being taken advantage of and not being used correctly.
Yes, exactly. And this is the market we are trying to decentralize and give back to the people what belong to them.
Well, we appreciate it. Let's go on to the next slide.
Yes, please.
So technical advantage.
Yes, I'm just sorry because your live feed, I have a few seconds delay. But
no worries, I'll read out the headings for you to make it easier.
Okay, I know. This page we can jump over. We can go to the next one, actually, where we go to the technical advantages.
Just a second, Mr. Zoltan. Is it proper? Is it okay to adjust your mic a bit?
Yes. Is it better now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, I will hold it closer. Okay, so let's move to the fourth page. This is where we talk about the technical advantages that we have. And this is where I will be a little techie, but I try to control myself as much as I can. So one of the things that we are really different than others is we're using a DPoC consensus mechanism. As you know, many companies, they are using proof of work or using proof of stakes. And we decided that we will use, and we spend a lot of time to develop this delegated proof of contribution. So this is a very, very different kind of consensus mechanism that most of the companies using. And you can see some of the data there that actually in 15 seconds we can generate a new block. The block size is 2 megabytes, and also the transaction number. Transaction per seconds, we can go to 800 to 1,000 at the moment, which is, if you compare it to Bitcoin or many companies, it's a huge number.
Tell me, is a DPoC seen as like a third generation type of blockchain to use?
Yes. The consensus mechanism is definitely, you can understand like that. You know, companies after POS, they move to DPoS, and DPoS is a totally new idea, how we plan to establish this consensus in our company. So this is one of the technical advantage we have. Can we go to the next page? Okay, so this is the extended UTXO model. This is also a very unique thing. UTXO in short is unspent transaction output. And usually you can, if you know a little bit about Bitcoin, you know how is it going there, that when you have a transaction, you have an unspent amount. And what we are really a very unique and special thing we do is actually that we are able to do it for the IP also. So not just for the money transactions, that's easy to understand for everyone, but we are also able to do it for the intellectual properties and the transfer of intellectual property coins. We use this system, but also for the evidences, for the transfer model, for the business model. We use this UTXO, which is a very important part of our technical advantage that we have comparing to other companies. And another one, the next page, next slide is the optimized P2P networking. This is basically
so
how
let's move on to the next slide, Director.
Oh, sorry, I might be.
Oh, no worries.
Too fast.
We're just unable to see it on the screen right now. There you go. So optimized P2P networking.
Yes, this one I will just very shortly. It means that we have different kind of clients. We have full clients, light clients, and this is basically talking about how the client's working and how are we optimizing their work. So it's not just when they join the system. The node discover protocol is when a new client joining, how they download the whole data, after how they get the consensus, and later on how they monitor each other. So all the full nodes are able to monitor what's going on the whole network.
Right. So, sorry, Director, can we just go back to the P2P slide? I think our audience would like to take a better glimpse at that. There you go.
Yeah, so basically this is a very simple form where you can see how the minor nodes and normal nodes, which both of them are full nodes, are connecting to each other. And a very simple, just a few key points that we have here. And we can move to the next slide, which is about the commercial application.
All right, so commercial application, yep, it's right there.
Yeah, so here is basically you can see what is the field we can cover. It's huge. It's basically covering everything you can think of in intellectual properties. So I'm not going to read them up. I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, there's so much that can be applied to this. Trademark, copyrights, what I just said, like patents, artwork, software design, education. That's anything. Yeah, anything that's intellectual property.
Yes, exactly. And actually, when we started work together, this was one of the things that really attracted me. That I think there's a huge market gap, and there are many problems that should be solved. And IP chain seems just the perfect solution for these problems. So that's why I was very excited from the day until and hopefully for many years in the future that we can work together and I can see in depth how is it really going.
That's really great. I really admire that. Let's move on to the next slide.
Thank you. Yes, and this is showing you a quick roadmap what we have for 2017, 18, and 19. I'm sorry for the cough. It's still have a little bit.
No problem.
So in 2017 we finished the development of the software. We launched the blockchain. We start to finish all these things and constructed IP chain and all the releases. And actually 2018 is when we really start to develop very fast. And there's a very exciting thing that's coming. First exciting thing was January 28th when our mainnet, our public chain came out. And it's already on GitHub. People can check the source code. Everything is over there. But a very big new thing that we are doing this year, and I think it's also one of the most exciting thing, that the smart contract. That's it's Ethereum-based ideas, and we are planning to, and not just planning, already working how to implement it in our own blockchain.
I see. So when will the entire project be launched fully?
Well, it's still, I'm sorry, it's still under progress. Our mainnet is out. What we are doing now is we are having commercial partnerships with WinGMT, and we have huge companies joining us right now. So we are working on the commercial applications now. We try to establish more people to join our IP chain and try to develop worldwide this year. This would be a very important part for us. And I think I can say that this year there will be many, many more improvements that we had in 2017. And we will develop, I think, pretty fast. According how things going this month and the last month, I can't imagine where we will be at the end of this year.
So how can users like me and our audience get involved in this?
Yeah, there are different ways you can get involved. One of them is if you are a developer, that I don't think most of us are, there's a way you can also contribute. How do we develop the software, how we are getting moving ahead, because there are many projects coming on. Another one is we are building communities. We have all the big platforms. We have Facebook, Twitter, we have Telegram. People can join us. We're also very strong on WeChat. People can join us, help us being a moderator, building up their own group of people. And this is another way people can join us and help IP chain grow. And the last one is probably the most simple one is buy IP tokens and hold them and wait until they get to the moon.
And vote on HADAX for a listing. So that's great. I mean, now our audience knows how they can get involved with IP chain. And it's time for a Huobi Talk special airdrop session. So share this live stream now with your friends and family to get more airdrop tokens together. We are still at over 1,000 viewers. So good job, guys. And thank you for keeping that number rising and consistent. So if you look at this poster over here, we have a prize pool of up to 880,000 tokens for grabs today. And only you guys can make this possible. Everyone just has to share the live stream, youtube.com/Huobi.pro, live with friends and families to get over 1,000 views. Once we hit this tier, we will share all these tokens today. Everybody is a winner when you hit when you enter your UID correctly in the comment section when I mention. Let's take a view at our current number of viewers right now, 1,060. Keep that number going. Good job, guys. And if you have any questions for our guests today, currently IP chain, please put it on the comment section and we'll be happy to reply. I will let you know what tier target we have hit at the end of the show. Please comment on the live chat with your Huobi UID at I Love HADAX to qualify for the airdrop. You do not need to post the comments right now, only nearing at the end of our show when I say so. The airdrop will happen after the project successfully gets listed onto HADAX for trading, and if the project is not successfully listed, then there will be no airdrop. All right, guys, so let's get back to our questions for IP chain. So Zoltan, back to you. What are the competitive advantages of IP chain?
Yes, I think I can say, but basically there are three things I would mention. One of them is how we are looking at the problem, how we are planning to solve it. Most of the competitors we have, they're thinking in general, but our platform is specifically designed for intellectual property, which means our blocks are suitable for containing huge amount of data and information. Another one I mentioned before is the consensus mechanism we use. We use DPoC, while other people, other companies, they're using POV or POS or DPoS. So this is another big difference. And the third one, I don't know how I can say it, but I think we have an amazing team, and it's growing day by day, and it's really amazing to see how we can go from, I can't say in a scratch of an idea, but how it can develop into a huge company and how it's growing. It's amazing.
Tell us, what is so special about your team?
Our team, as I said, is already growing. We have a very strong tech team. They have a long experience on the field, and they are working on this project for a pretty long time.
What kind of backgrounds do they come from? Are they mostly lawyers, worked with intellectual property before, or more in the blockchain side of things?
Oh, I see. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. What I meant is only about the tech team I'm talking at the moment, like the developers. And we have a huge development team, and they have a very long experience. I mean, according to blockchain, how long it can be, but they have a long experience on the... And that's how they do. But also, of course, we have lawyers on the team. We have... I wouldn't call myself as a marketing specialist, but we're working and are able to speak both languages, so we can build a bridge between the project and how we can develop it and how it can grow overseas. That's doing really great recently. So I think we have a very strong team, and the community is very strong behind us. We have a huge support. As you can see in the voting system, we are doing basically on the #1 spot.
Great. That's good to know, Zoltan. Thank you for sharing about your team members. And Zoltan, can you share with us IP Chain's roadmap and development plans? I mean, you just showed us a slide of the roadmap, and you told us, what this year and 2019 holds for you. It looks like you guys have a lot on your plate. But what about the development plans?
Yes, just in very short, since our mainnet is out, so the next thing we really want to work about is about the side chains. We are already having a partnership with QB, ISTAR, and we are working on the side chains. So on our main net, people will be able to develop their own ones, and right now we are working on this side chain. So this is also a big thing. We are working on QB for a while. Also, we are in a cooperation, and we are owner of with a WinGC company, and they have a cryptocurrency. Sorry, I got lost in words for a second. No. So they have, they have the system, the XPOT. Sorry. So they have the XPOT, and this is one of the first encrypted digital currency POS machine they have, and we are in partnership with them. So IP Chain will go global this year. So through WinGT, the HC group in Hong Kong, we are working together in a B2B e-commerce service. So actually, we have a lot on our plate now.
Wow. Okay, that's great. Looks like your team is strong as well. You're working with a great team over here. And well, looks like we've come to the end of our questions now, and I'm just viewing the comments section now to see if our audience has any questions to ask Mr. Zoltan. So please feel free to post it in the comment section. I'm going to go through it right now. And Mr. Zoltan, if you see any questions too that you would like to ask, please feel free to...
I'd love to. I just can't read so fast. They are running so fast, I'm unable to read it.
That is exactly the problem that I'm facing right now. I am, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of comments coming in, and I can't keep up with all of them. But we will go through it throughout the show. So if you guys have any questions regarding IP Chain, I would love to help you guys ask our special guest. Okay, I think I see one over here. Nicholas asked, how will IP Chain be able to get pirated IP? Does that mean they have a huge computing system to scrap? And do they use bounty? If so, they will rely on the work of other people? So thank you, Nicholas, for this question. Did you get that, Mr. Zoltan?
Yes, I understand both of the questions. Let me start with the second one. I think it's a little bit easier to answer. We are working recently on a bounty, because this year we are planning to go more global, and the bounty will have different parts, and I think very soon we will come out with the news and how it will go on. So the bounty will come. And about the already pirated intellectual property, this is a very, very sensitive topic. This definitely will need more time to be able to be, I wouldn't say 100%, but be pretty bulletproof that you don't use copyrighted IPs. Usually our platform is suitable for you to put your content on it, and there's actually a proof that you established your presence there. So in the future, if there's any pirate question, let's get back to the old example, like Nikki and your song. Let's say one day I decide I will sing your song and I will put it on IP Chain. And at this time, actually, I give my name and the song to the system. So in the future, if we will have any conflict, there you have a proof, and you can see how much money I get from the system, how did I use it. So actually, it makes the whole legal problem much more simple than otherwise it would be.
I see. Great. I hope that answers Nicholas's question.
I also hope.
Elias, yeah, I think I hope I'm saying that name right. Elias Joseph asked, do you guys have any used cases for the token in IP Chain?
Excuse me, can you repeat it again?
Do you guys have any used cases? Maybe case studies where this has worked, or current project that you guys are working on?
And the token is already being used?
Mm-hmm.
Since the mainnet came out in January 28, and we are working on these cases right now, so it's not used on the system yet. but hopefully in a couple of months, we will have much more cases. And all the sidechains we are working, they are going to use our tokens in a certain way. So definitely there will be more cases if we have another chat in a couple of months later.
Okay, great. And oh, okay. So one last question. Let's go over one quick question from John Doe. Explain the advantages of DPoC over POS. Are there any other blockchain techs using any other blockchain techs using DPoC?
No, this was something definitely that we developed. Also, I want to mention that I'm not a tech guy. I highly recommend everyone who is interested in our project in any ways. You have a chance, first of all, to go to our website and check the white paper. It has much more technical information about it. You can join any of our communities we have on Telegram. Basically, that's the most active, or WeChat. And we have people who can answer all the questions you can have in the future. So back to this consensus mechanism, I can give you a lot of details. It's basically about how much you contributed to the system that will give you a kind of trust, and this trust together will work out how the system making their own consensus. But it's a very general answer, and as I said, I'm not a tech guy, so I think it's better if you try to find it either on GitHub, you can find us some questions, or any other platform we have.
Great, thank you so much. So if the audience and viewers have any questions for Mr. Zoltan and IP Chain, you can log on to HADAX, where you'll see IPP. You click on IP Chain's link and you will have access to the white paper and the website. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Zoltan, for sharing with us more on IP Chain and for joining us in Huobi Talk today. We wish IP Chain all the best for the first phase of HADAX voting. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much, Nikki.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon. And now for the final update of Huobi Talk special giveaway segment, I'd like to make an announcement right now that we have hit the top tier of viewers. So congratulations to all our viewers for winning our prize pool of 880,000 tokens. We are so impressed with our viewership and the amount of interaction we've had from our audience today. So keep those views coming, keep those comments coming. Remember to share this live stream on youtube.com/Huobi.pro with your friends and family. And remember to watch tomorrow at 12 p.m. same time, 12 p.m. Singapore time tomorrow, for more opportunities to win coins. Once we get over 1,000 views, the prize pool will go up. So keep sharing our Huobi link, YouTube link for Huobi Live with your friends and family. So we always hit the top tier of views and our prize pool goes up. Right now we are still at over 1,000 views. So thank you so much to our audience for supporting Huobi.pro and watching us. So congratulations once again for hitting 1,000 views. Please drop your UID together with any feedback or comments that you have for today's Huobi Talk in our YouTube live chat comments to share the airdrop pool. So remember to also put it on in the correct format. Okay, so next up over here, I want to just remind everybody that we do have the same Huobi Talk tomorrow at 12 o'clock, where you guys will have the opportunity to win more coins for those who were not able to join us live today. Please do note that the airdrop will happen after the project successfully gets listed onto HADAX for trading, and if the project is not successfully listed, then there will be no airdrop. Lastly, we'd like to apologize to those who've submitted the wrong formats, as they will be disqualified. All right, and here's a small disclaimer for our viewers. We would like everyone to know that there are risks involved and users are advised to exercise caution in trading. When in doubt to the actions you should take, please consult your solicitors or other professional advisors. And that's all from us today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on Huobi Talk. If you want to find out more or have any questions or comments for us, you can find us on Telegram, which is t.me/Huobi.pro official, Twitter @Huobi_pro. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. You can see the screenshot on the screen for more details. Catch us live tomorrow, 27th February, here at 12 p.m., where we will be hearing more about the teams behind Engine, CoinDash, and Anti-Fraud Chain. Please also take note that for all future Huobi Talk episodes, we will be airing at 12 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. So same time as today. Before we end today's show, if you would have any other final questions or you would like to talk about HADAX or Huobi Talk, please shoot away now. And let's see what we have from the audience. I'll be glad to answer any questions, and Huobi Talk will also be able to reply to some of your comments over there. I'm seeing a lot of comments coming in. I love HADAX, and I can't keep up with anybody's questions or other comments right now. But thank you so much for joining us at Huobi Talk, the #1 talk show that gives you insights to the world of blockchain. Goodbye for now, and see you tomorrow, guys.